Okay, now I've collected data. What happens with this data? What do they do with it, Don?
Well, our goal is to count up all the items, and Brian was right when he mentioned about cigarette butts. I mean, we kind of keep a list of all of the top 5 lists, the top 5 items that are normally picked up. Do you want me to go through those real quick?
Please do. Especially, and will be a reminder to our viewers when they are visiting here to just be aware of these items.
Absolutely. Cigarette butts are the number one collected type of trash that we've seen, not only here at Presque Isle, but throughout the entire watershed
and I'm sure
along
many
the shoreline.
people don't give that a second thought.
Yeah, we've picked up in the past 8 years almost 150,000 cigarette butts, and that's a 3-hour period of time over 8 years. So that's a tremendous number. The next highest item is food wrappers and food containers, 41,778. Beverage containers, and that includes glass, plastic, and aluminum cans, 35,403. Those are the things that are clearly recyclable. Those are the items that should be placed in some type of a special receptacle or bin that we don't want to see out here along the shoreline. Beverage caps, lids, straws, and stirrers. A lot of plastic involved in there, like Brian said, 32,420. And then finally, plastic bags. This kind of rounds out the top 5. I mean, there are many other items that we find out there, but in the past 8 years, we've collected over 16,000, nearly 17,000 bags, plastic bags, grocery bags, bags that come from department stores and convenience stores, bags that you could use over and over again to carry your lunch or whatever.
This is a reminder too, if they are throwing trash away, to make sure it's securely in the trash container and not just loosely thrown in so it doesn't blow all over the place.
Right.
Well, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The one stat that I want to share with you, well, there's a couple here. The weight of everything that we've collected over the past 8 years tops 50 tons. We've had 100,751 pounds. It's probably a lower number, but the number that really stands out is the number of volunteers that we've had over the past 8 years. Nearly 6,100 people have come to this event since it began in 2003.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, last year alone we had 1,441. That was the highest number that we've had. So this event is becoming much more popular, and it really says a lot about the community too. It really is about pride and civic responsibility and caring about where you live and really wanting to take care of the resources that are right at our back doorstep.
And I think it grows every year because, for instance, if I would come to the cleanup, I would find it so rewarding, and of course I'd tell my friends, you know what, you got to come with me. So of course I'm going to bring a few more, and that's how it grows.
Oh, yeah.
That's that action anger to action. That's what it does. I met a gentleman out here a couple years ago who was in a wheelchair, who had one of those little grabber things, and he was on the road near the beach. Right near the Stoll Center, and I said, "Boy, you made a heck of a commitment to come out here." And he said, "Yeah." He says, "I'm the only one, but next year I can guarantee you that I'm going to have people from my church and from my family with me." So it really does spread around, and it's a great event. We're not asking for a whole heck of a lot of time, but we're asking you to maybe get your feet wet, try to find out a little bit about how the litter problems that are occurring out here, not only in Lake Erie but in some of the upper watersheds, and bring some friends, and I guarantee after you've done it once, you'll probably end up doing it again.
We'll plan on it every year. Now, what if you don't make a commitment prior to the day of the cleanup, and that morning, since it's a nice sunny day,
Sure,
and I decide, I'm going to do it. Can I just show up, Brian?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So
and
I
that's
don't
the Tom
have to
Bridge
get.
Center.
Okay, I don't.
You
have
can just
to
show up at the
sign
Tom
up
Bridge Center,
previously.
and we'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there are certain groups that obviously cannot make the day that we have scheduled. So we have a window of time there that groups can still come out to the Presque Isle a little bit before the event, even after the event, to clean up and still be considered part of the International Coastal Cleanup.
That is wonderful, wonderful. Now I want to ask you guys, because this is always my favorite part of the show. What are give me some unusual items that you picked up? I always like to hear about some of these.
A couple of years ago, there was a litter of cats that was found on McDaniel Run in the city. I think there were 7 or 8 small kittens that were in a box that were just kind of
Oh, my
pulled out
goodness.
from right near the stream, and each one of those cats were adopted out that day.
I
so
bet they were.
It's like the ultimate in recycling there. We've had I had a message in a bottle that came in from some bar in Canada that said that if you find this message, you're good for 2 free drinks, but I don't know where the bar is.
Right.
I'd love to
I
turn it
remember
in.
that because
Do
that
you
bottle
remember
was here. I
Yeah, it
remember
was.
That was
Someone
here
found that on the
Presque Isle.
park.
Yeah, Brian ended up. Oh, it's Canada,
So that
Brian.
that might be a road trip for us at some point in time. Working maybe some international cooperation with the
There you
Canadians
go.
to stop litter.
There you go. But the whole bottom line, the whole thing to the cleanup is pride in your community, cleaning up, and also to become aware of when you are a visitor at one of the parks.
Right, and becoming educated, and if bringing your kids out to participate. Presque Isle is one of 15 sites. If you live in Northeast Township or in Harbor Creek or in the upper watersheds around Walnut Creek or Bell Valley area, there are places up there, and we have 15 locations in Erie County. If you go to that webpage, www.goerie.com/coastal cleanup. You can find those locations, and you can pick out the location that maybe you live close to if you want to come out here to Presque Isle because you recreate out here. We would be more than happy to have volunteers from all over the place come to any of these locations, and if they just want to show up on that day, we welcome that. They'll get a real education all the way around.
Oh yeah, and wherever they are, they're going to be improving the quality of living for all creatures, for us, for wildlife, and also for visitors that are coming to visit Erie County. They come from Pittsburgh, New York, and all over the world. Because Presque Isle, we have just a fantastic place.
Yes, we do.
And it has so much valuable natural resources that attracts recreators from all different styles: birding, recreation, boating, fishing, walking, whatever it is. And we attract average 3.5 to 4 million visitors a year. And so when folks come out to help keep this park beautiful, they're also keeping it beautiful for many others to enjoy.
We take a lot for granted here.
Yes, we
I mean,
do.
we live on the back doorstep or we have on our back doorstep 20% of the world's freshwater supply. And that's not just this country's freshwater supply, it's the entire world's freshwater supply right at our back doorstep. It's a resource that really does deserve special treatment, and we take it for granted when we maybe wash our cars or take a shower, or it's not an unlimited resource. It's a resource that really takes a lot of energy to keep clean and to stay clean. And we have one of the best fisheries right here on our back doorstep,
we do.
where we don't have to go too far if you want to catch steelhead for 6 months out of the year. The economics are such that a clean environment really means a stimulated economy. The cleaner the water, people are going to come to Presque Isle and visit and recreate on the shores of Lake Erie, and it really does make a difference. And I can't stress enough that this is really a volunteer-driven type of effort and event, and it's really dependent upon people. If they're on the fence, we want you out here because one person can really make a difference.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. It is a wonderful event. It really is, guys. Thank you so much for letting our viewers know, reminding us that, again, what date is it this year?
September 17th.
And that is a Saturday.
That is a Saturday between 9 and noon.
Okay, and letting any viewers who was not aware that this was going on, come join us. It's going to be a great day, and as we said, it's very rewarding. You guys, thank you so much. I know
thank you,
you're
Judy.
really busy, And on these sunny days, Brian, I know you're very busy too, but thank you, Don, thank you, Brian, for
Oh, it's my
joining me
pleasure.
and letting us know about this.
We appreciate all of your time too, because you help us get the word out.
Yeah, and of course, you know, our thanks go out to all folks who have participated with us in the past and participate with us in the future. We can all work to make our community a lot better.
And it's for all ages too, right, guys?
It is.
absolutely.
Hey, I want to
All
mention one
ages.
more thing about Facebook. We're on Facebook as well.
Well, aren't you?
If you go to
aren't you?
if you go
just
to
socially, yeah.
Erie Coastal Cleanup, you can
Okay.
find us on Facebook and either like us or become a friend or participate and let us know your thoughts.
Well, I'll like you and be a friend too.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me, Brian, Don. I really appreciate it. Viewers, no reason not to join us at the International Coastal Cleanup. Till next time, have a wonderful day.